This is the 2021 Pilot Flying J South Atlantic Conference Baseball Tournament Championship. 8 teams. 5 days. One champion. From Smokies Stadium, this is the 2021 Pilot Flying JSAC Baseball Tournament.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Smokies Stadium as we get set for Day 4 of the South Atlantic Conference Baseball Championships presented by Pilot Flying J. A good one here today. The 4-seeded Wingate Bulldogs taking on 5th-seeded Carson-Newman. And the Eagles are the road team in this contest. And we take a look at the starting lineup for Coach Tom Griffin's crew. He's got the only member of the all-conference team on his roster. Tyler Thompson right at the top of the lineup. Gunnar Ricketts, Henry Jackson in the top 3. Travis Bose, Carpenter in the middle 3. Griffin, Brown, and Genter. And Carson-Newman has its work cut out for him here today. First team all-conference selection. Brody McCullough gets the ball. He's allowed just 2 earned runs in the last 35 and a third innings pitched this season. He's 7th in the country in ERA on the year. He is absolutely dynamic and a challenging pitcher that Carson-Newman will deal with here today. Thanks for joining us. It was a late night last night. The walk-off win for Newberry in 10 innings, our first extra inning game in a few years. Newberry winning it 9-8. Which means that the loser of this game will play Catawba coming up about 2:45, while the winner doesn't play until tomorrow and is in the driver's seat for a conference tournament title. Here we go. McCullough against Thompson. 2 first-team all-conference picks. Ready to go, and the first pitch of the game is a swing and a miss for strike 1, and we are underway here at 11:01 a.m. Temperatures still chilly, 54 degrees, cloudy overhead. McCullough works from the full windup as he pitches the 1-strike offering and misses off the plate away, 1-1. Winds at about 5 miles per hour. We hope that we can get up into the 60s today. It has been a chilly tournament throughout. Yesterday, rain pushing games. That's the reason why these 2 teams having to play this morning. The 1-1. Hits the inside corner with a fastball. And the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. Outfield pretty much straight away. Thompson overall in the season, .356 hitter. In the tournament, he's 3 for 10. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. And a swing and a miss. And a good start for McCullough as he gets the punch out. McCullough on the season, 51 of them in 41 and a third innings pitched. Opponents hitting just 179 against him as he beats Thompson with a heater. So now it's Gunnar Ricketts' turn. Ricketts, a .337 batter on the season. He's 2 for 7 in this tournament. No score in the first, and the pitch Misses down and away for ball one. Right-hand pitcher on left-hand batter, the 1-0 pitch. That's up and off the plate away. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. Ricketts had a couple doubles when Carson-Newman was playing an elimination game on Thursday night, and now into the double elimination bracket. The 2-0. Good fastball. Hits the outside corner for a strike. McCullough, this is his 3rd season in college, as he's listed as a sophomore. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Ricketts takes a fastball inside corner. Well, McCullough getting right back into the count. Doesn't walk a lot of players, just 15 base on balls this year. Has a whip under 1 this season. The pitch. Ricketts hits it down the left field line. Lengthy run for Bryan over towards the bullpen, and as bodies are trying to scatter, that ball splashes down, just eluding a bucket down there. So with the count of 2 balls and 2 strikes, we'll have to do it again. McCullough peers down for the sign as he awaits and now delivers the 2-2. And he misses down and in. Good at bat here from Ricketts. Ricketts typically a high-quality sequence at the plate. His on-base percentage is over .450 this year, one of the team leaders in base on balls. And a payoff pitch from McCullough. Ricketts pulls it foul, hangs around in a good sequence. Well, McCullough is the first team all-conference reliever. This is just his 3rd start of the season, but he has the ability to go deep into ball games. As McCullough peers down for the sign, and now the payoff pitch. And it is on the outside corner for strike 3 call. Ricketts tried to play it off like it was off the plate, but McCullough gets his 2nd strikeout and looking for a 1-2-3 inning here. Pretty good pitch, right where McNeely wanted it, and a pretty easy call for home plate umpire Ned Timmerman. Lindy Hall's at first, Jason Klingler at second, and Trevor Hinson gets the short end of the stick. He had to work last night's nearly 6-hour ball game. As Henry Jackson stands in, and there's a strike on the outside corner to get ahead at 0-1. An hour and 8-minute rain delay last night. Otherwise, a lengthy day. The pitch misses outside, and the count evens up at 1-1. Right-hand pitcher and right-hand batter. McCullough delivers, and Jackson spoils it, slashing it down the right field line. Into the corner. Well, the loser of this game has to take on top-seeded Catawba, and the Indians trailed at 7-0. Nearly made an entire comeback last night in that game that ended almost a quarter after 1 a.m. The 1-2. Misses off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And eventually the walk-off win on the fielder's choice play from Bauer down the first base line. Took a few minutes for the replay to officially confirm that. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. And the pitch. Jackson taps a slow curveball. Foul third base side. Able to hang around. Good at bat here. Jackson's been hot in the tournament. 4 for 8 in this tournament. And now a break-even pitch coming. And Jackson hits it foul back into the right-hand side. Well, this is a nice at-bat. Back-to-back good at-bats by Carson-Newman hitters. This sequence is extended. And McCullough is racking up the pitches, nearing 20 here in the opening frame. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And it misses off the plate. It's 3-2. McCullough hasn't given up an earned run or a run of any kind in nearly 3 weeks. 10 2/3 scoreless for the right-hander. And a payoff pitch with 2 outs and no score in the first on the way. And it's on the inside corner. There's strike 3 called, and it's a quick opening frame and a strikeout the side effort by McCullough. Scoreless. Here comes Wingate to the plate.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby. Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela burns it. An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org/opportunity.
Back to Smoky Stadium, where Carson-Newman saw its top 3 in the lineup strike out. 2 looking against Brody McCullough. And now Wingate's lineup will step to the plate. And the Bulldogs have 3 straight all-conference selections right off the top. Mellett, Dansky, and McNeely each hit a pair of home runs against Carson-Newman in the series this year. Wingate swept the Eagles. And in the 100th all-time meeting, Carson-Newman turns the ball over to Matt Coles. Coles is a senior left-hander from Winter Garden, Florida. This is his 13th appearance of the year. He's 4-2 with a 3.77 ERA. 31 innings pitched so far. This is his 5th start. And he'll deal with McCann Mellett, and Carson-Newman pitching could not get out. The honorable mention all-conference pick this year. The left-hander pitches and zips a slow breaking ball on the inside corner for strike 1. Mellett was 11 for 13 with 3 home runs against Carson-Newman. The 0-1. That's on the outside corner for a strike. And the count's at no balls and 2 strikes. Left-hand pitcher coming set, and here's the 0-2. And a swing and a foul tip. And the count holds at no balls and 2 strikes. Lefty on left-hand batter, Coles. Trying to do something that Carson-Newman pitching did just twice in the regular season, and that's retire Mellett. 320 on the season for the left-hand hitter. And here comes Coles' pitch. And it just missed high. 1-2. In Friday night's game, Mellett drew 3 walks against Newberry in the 10-2 win. The 1-2. Mellett takes strike 3 call. Good pitch from Coles, a slow bender that freezes him. And all we've had so far are strikeouts, 4 of them so far here in the game. And a good pitch. And Mellett didn't like the call. Eagles defensively line up Ricketts, Brown, and Griffin left to right. Bose, Genter, Carpenter, Jackson third to first, and Travis behind the plate as Dansky stands in, and he takes strike 1. Coles looks good here so far, able to get that breaking pitch over. And now the left-hander pitches, and that's in there. Or check that off the plate, rather. Counts even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Coles typically does work quickly as he delivers the 1-1. And that slider is in there again. Almost feels like more of a slurve, a slow type slider. And he's working well so far, the 1-2. Misses off the plate, tried the fastball and missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coles is ready, the break even. And a flare hit out to left center field. Heading over into the alley is Charlie Brown, and he's there to make the catch. 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the first inning. And now Logan McNeely will step to the plate. He was 3 for 9 with a couple home runs against Carson-Newman on the 4-game set, in the 4-game set, rather. He had 3 RBIs on Friday night. And now the first pitch from Coles misses downstairs for ball 1. Two outs, nobody on. No score, bottom of the first. And the lefty pitches. Fastball drifts off the plate. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Two balls and no strikes. Coles pitches. And he drifts a nice slow curveball in at the knees. Well, that's huge. If you're in a 2-0 hole and you can come back with an off-speed pitch and get a strike, that's big, the 2-1. Ground ball hit out to short. Genter takes it with the backhand near his ankle, sets his feet, throws to first, and a stretch from Jackson completes the inning. 1-2-3 frame from Coles. Good pitching so far. No score going to the second.
What defines a truly distinguished university? Visionary leadership, innovative teaching and learning, compelling evidence of success, a flexible learning environment. These are the traits that have made Anderson University one of 200 schools in the world to be chosen as an Apple School of Distinction. Anderson University, knowledge for the journey.
You're right. That's a 5th floor problem.
Not in my house. No. Not today.
Jimmy, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico?
Happier than Dikembe Mutombo blocking a shot.
Nice.
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Top of the second inning so far. These two clubs have seen some really, really solid pitching. McCullough struck out the side in the top of the first inning, and Matt Coles a 1-2-3 bottom of the first. It'll be Harrison Travis to start us off. Here in the second, Travis, a .291 hitter, 3 home runs, and 21 driven in. And the right-hand hitter will step to the plate. For Carson-Newman, McCullough needed 20 pitches in the first, however, as he delivers and misses down and in for ball 1. Travis in the tournament so far, 2 for 9. And Wingate had his number when they met, just 2 for 13. The 1-0 is on the inside corner for a strike. One ball and 1 strike and holding here. And here comes McCullough. Travis hits one in the air out to left center, but Guy has plenty of space, trotting a couple steps to his right. He makes the grab, 4 up, 4 down for McCullough. Well, the one benefit that these teams had is they didn't have to show up to the park yesterday. So they were very fortunate in the fact that they didn't even have to consider getting here. Carson-Newman's the benefactor because they're at home. Basically just 20 minutes down the road. Wingate on the other side had to sit in the hotel all day. Here's Zach Bowes, the right-hand hitter. Takes the first pitch fastball slightly up in the zone for ball 1. Righty on right-hand batter. Bowes had a nice game the other day against Tusculum as a fastball hits the outer edge for a strike. Bowes drove in a couple, had 2 hits as well. His 4th multi-hit game in the last 7. The 1-1. drifts down and in for a ball, and the count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. Two balls and 1 strike to count. And here's the pitch. And a swing and a hard hit line drive into left center, but hustling over is Bryant. Got a great read on it, and the ball hangs up for him as he makes the catch. But Carson-Newman's hit the ball hard. 2 straight. And with 2 outs and nobody on, now Andrew Carpenter's turn. Carpenter really struggled against Wingate this season, just 1 for 13. And with no score here in the top of the 2nd inning with 2 outs and nobody on, he's going to try to kickstart something here. Right-hander pitches and gets a swing and a miss. Now the 0-1. And it's a fastball on the outside corner to get ahead at no balls and 2 strikes. McCullough peers down for the sign. Finds something he likes and now pitches. And it's a fastball on the outside corner for strike 3 called. Already 4 punch-outs for McCullough, and we're scoreless after an inning and a half here in the SAC Baseball Championships.
Dear college sports,
there's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
We've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us and for college sports.
Catawba College is a story of transformation. It's a place where students' creativity is fostered, a place of inspiration to go beyond the classroom, a place of belonging no matter who you are. Mentorships, a broad curriculum, and hands-on experiences prepare students for employment and a lifetime of learning. At Catawba, you begin as you are and transform with your interests and experiences. We're Catawba, and we have a good story to tell.
Both pitchers have worked clean 1-2-3 innings so far, as Matt Coles will deal with the middle of this Wingate lineup. Jed Bryant will start us off. Had a towering home run the other day as Coles pitches and slides a curveball just off the outer half for ball 1. Bryant against Carson-Newman didn't get in on the party, just 2 for 13. And now the 1-0 pitch coming. And a swing and a high fly ball hit to deep left field. Ricketts goes back to the fence, and he makes the grab on the warning track. That ball was hit hard by Bryan, an absolute bomb. But the ball really hasn't been flying here, and that stays in the yard. And a nice catch by Ricketts, who was playing deep anyway. And now Hunter Dula, 268 hitter on the season, but his pitching was the star of the show on Friday. The pitch is just up and in to the left-hand hitter for ball 1. Dula, 7 innings, 2 earned runs, 10 strikeouts against Newberry. As the lefty pitches and Dula takes down, counts 2-0. He's a first-team all-conference second-team all-conference pitcher, rather. As Coles pitches the 2-0. And he gets a strike this time around to make the count 2 balls and a strike. Lefty pitches, and there's a strike. Count evens up at 2-2. Coles works quickly, and Dula swings at the 2-2, pops it up. Back behind first, it's the shortstop Genter over towards the line in the shift, making the catch, and that retires Dula for the second out of the inning. Carson-Newman had that shift on where the shortstop went all the way over into shallow right field against the left-hand hitter. And Genter was the one that called off Henry Jackson to make the play. So with 2 outs and nobody aboard, it brings Carraway to the plate, and Coles pitches and zips in a fastball right past Carraway. Carraway, 264 hitter on the season. 4 home runs, 14 RBIs, the 0-1. This is down and away. And the left-hander into his motion, the 1-1 pitch. That bounces up there. 2 balls and a strike now. Coles 5 up, 5 down, looking to duke it out here with McCullough. And left-hander pitches. And he slides one in off the outer half again, right on the edge. For strike 2, the count's at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Shifted a little bit to the left-hand side is the infield. Carpenter playing up the middle. And now the 2-2 pitch on the way. It's a high pop-up. First base in fair territory. Staying there is Jackson. He makes the grab, and that ends the inning. 6 up, 6 down for both pitchers so far. We're scoreless through 2 here on the SAC Digital Network. Pitcher's duel working so far in this ball game as Carson-Newman steps to the plate. Both pitchers have retired all 6 batters that they have faced. McCullough has 4 punch-outs through the first 6. And here comes Jordan Griffin. Griffin has had just 1 plate appearance in this tournament. Drew a walk as he takes a fastball down and in for ball 1. Griffin is 0 for his last 14 at the plate and looking to change that and kickstart a Carson-Newman rally here in the 3rd. The 1-0. Swinging a hard hit smash into left field. That's a base hit, and he breaks out of the slump. Over to cut it off, Bryant. Griffin's hunting for second base. He's hustling. He's sliding. He's in safely. And it's a leadoff double for Griffin. Griffin, a preseason all-conference selection, had a good pitch to hit. He's a fastball hitter, and he ripped it into left. Griffin's in the lineup because Matt Parkinson, after being ejected against Tusculum, is suspended for this game. And Carson-Newman had to put Harrison Travis behind the plate. So Griffin in the lineup, and he produces. And here comes Charlie Brown. No score in the 3rd as McCullough looks back. Griffin has 6 steals this year in 6 tries. So he is a threat to run at any point in time. The first pitch to Brown. He squared to bunt, and it misses up in the zone. 1-0. Carson-Newman, one of the best bunting teams in the country. They get it down at a very highly effective rate. Want to know the count. Corner infield in, thinking about a bunt. A pause and a look back at second, the pitch. And it misses downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, this is what Carson-Newman wants to do. Put some pressure on McCullough, make him work up the pitch count, and see if they can get into the bullpen. Wingate obviously would love to see the first-team all-conference pick go deep. The 2-0. Brown does bunt it. Third base side. It's picked up by McCullough. Griffin didn't run, and the bunt doesn't work out. And it works 1-3 as Brown gives himself up and Griffin didn't run. I don't know why he wasn't on the move. And that's a critical mistake. Huge mistake by Carson-Newman. I don't know why Griffin didn't do more to get off the bag. And here comes Micah Genter, who's 0 for 6 in the tournament. No score here in the top of the third inning. 1 out and the runner in scoring position. Griffin out at second. McCullough will look back, Griffin. And now bring it up there, and Genter swings and fouls it back. We're scoreless here in the third. Carson-Newman gets the first base runner of the day on a hard hit smash to left by Griffin. But after the bunt, he's still standing out at second base. Throw to second. They look on Griffin. He's back. I mean, it wasn't necessarily the greatest bunt in the world because McCullough was fielding his position. It wasn't the third baseman Dansky coming over to grab it. But it wasn't a left-hander on the mound. McCullough would have had to grab it and work his feet to get the out. The 0-1. Fouled straight back. Genter now in a no ball and 2 strike hole. The winner is the team to beat in the conference tournament. They advance tomorrow. The loser has to turn around and play Catawba next. The 0-2. Genter rips it back up the middle into center field, a base hit. Griffin getting the wave. Guy making the throw. It's cut off by Dula. Griffin slides in safely, and Carson-Newman strikes first. The RBI single from Genter. It's 1-0. Micah Genter breaks out of a slump with a hard hit single to center. Guy was playing shallow. Griffin able to wheel it around and get in safely as the throw never made it to the plate. And it's Carson-Newman that gets on the board first. Eagles with the lead. And now here's Tyler Thompson. He struck out in the first inning. Genter at first. In a 1-0 ball game, the pitch. Bending breaking ball is in there for a strike. Thompson did not like it and visibly didn't enjoy the call. McCullough works from the stretch. He's on the third base side of the rubber. Genter has just 1 steal this year as he pitches and misses down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. That was the 40th pitch of the afternoon already for McCullough. Carson-Newman trying to see that pitch count continue to rise. Counts at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. That misses inside. Now 2-1. Wingate is right in the conversation for a regional bid. Team just outside of the top 25 in the country. Genter at first base getting his lead. The 2-1. Off the plate, down and away, and a good block by the catcher, McNeely. Now 3 balls and 1 strike. Here to Thompson. Well, this is perhaps the most effective pitcher in the league. McCullough 7th in the country in ERA and a throw to first, and back safely is Genter. But he sees his 13-inning scoreless streak come to an end. 3 balls and a strike, the pitch. Thompson pulls it, left center field, hanging in the air. Guy coming on, still coming on, and it drops in front of him for a base hit. Genter over to second. 3 hits in the inning here against McCullough, and Carson-Newman in business with 1 out. Gunnar Ricketts coming to the plate. He was a strikeout victim in the first, but the second time through the lineup. Let's see if Ricketts, who had a really good at bat his first time up, a 7-pitch sequence, if he's able to make an adjustment here. 2 men on, 1 out. Carson-Newman is struck for a run in the inning to take a 1-0 lead. The pitch, and it misses high and tight on a fastball. Ball 1. Right-hand pitcher against the left-hand batter. Here's the pitch. Ricketts hits it in the air out to straightaway center. Guy giving chase, going back to the wall. He looks up, and it's off the top of the fence. Eagles had to wait on this. Genter getting the late wave. The relay throw from Simpson to the plate, cut off by Dula, and Genter scores, and Carson-Newman leads it 2-0. I don't know why Dula cut that off. They had a chance to get the runner at the plate, but Ricketts gave it a ride to straightaway center. It nearly left the ballpark. Guy lost his hat and then turned around and had it hit the fence. And Carson-Newman has scored twice. That's as many runs as McCullough had given up in the last 35 1/3 innings pitched. And now we're going to get a mound visit here. And Carson-Newman feeling it right now. And an opportunity to blow this thing open in the 3rd. So a long walk to the mound in this inning. The leadoff double from Griffin after a failed sacrifice bunt attempt from Brown. Genter shredded a single to center. Thompson flared one into left center. And then Ricketts rockets a ball to straightaway center for a double. And Carson-Newman didn't think that ball had enough carry to get over Guy's head, but he was playing fairly shallow out there. And Ricketts had to wait between first and second, and Thompson nearly caught up to Genter. And Carson-Newman will take the 2 runs, the first 2 of the game, and after McCullough had struck out 4 of the first 6 batters of the game, 4 of the last 5 have produced hits. And McCullough is super stingy in that category. Gives up less than 6 hits per 9 innings. That was the 2nd best rate in the conference. Only Greg Brown of Catawba had a better rate. And now here's Jackson after the mound visit, and the first pitch curveball is in there for strike 1. Well, you don't get a lot of opportunities against McCullough, but you would certainly like, if you're Carson-Newman, to get 1, maybe 2 more if you're greedy. Middle infield is back, giving up the run, the 0-1. And it's high on a fastball. 1-1. McCullough's pitch count has risen to 47. The big right-hander works from the full windup as he pitches. And Jackson pushes one through the right side of the infield for a base hit. In to score Thompson. Ricketts gets the stop sign. It's another RBI single for Carson-Newman and a 3-0 lead. Five hits in the inning. And Jackson with a good piece of hitting through the right side for a base hit. McCullough had given up a grand total of 6 hits in his last 10 2/3 innings. He has given up 5 in this inning alone, and still only 1 out with runners at the corners. Here's Harrison Travis. A 3-0 lead in the third. And the right-hand pitcher, McCullough, works from the stretch. He pitches, and Travis fouls it back. Well, Carson-Newman earlier this season ran into a buzzsaw in Wingate. Eagles entered that weekend in first place in the conference before being swept in 4 games. And McCullough was tough to hit, 5 2/3 scoreless innings, gave up just 2 hits. But the Eagles have gotten to the ace here in the third. The pitch, Travis yanks it right off the feet of Tom Griffin. And the bench letting Coach Griffin hear about it. But it's 0-2 the count here to Travis. Runners at the corners and 1 out. 3 runs in here in the third. McCullough comes set on the third base side of the rubber. Lifts the left leg and pitches, and he misses high with a fastball. McNeely liked the location, directly pointed to him. If you're watching with us, you take another look at this one, and it hit that right foot. Couldn't get out of the way in time on a hard hit ball. Throw to first base. Jackson back safely. Thanks for tuning in. This is the first of a triple header today. We know the nightcap matchup. It'll be Newberry and Tusculum in an elimination game. Catawba awaits the loser of this one. That'll also be an elimination game. Here's the 1-2. And that is on the inside corner for strike 3 called, the 5th punch out for McCullough. He had to have that one. And here comes Zach Bose. Carson-Newman has scored 3 times in the inning. Bose, who flew out to left field his first time up, will climb into the batter's box. Eagles have scored 3 times on 5 base hits. Carson-Newman's one of the best teams in the conference in terms of batting average this season, ranking 4th. And there goes the runner from first. Bose rips one down the left field line, but foul. 1 strike to nothing. Carson-Newman really doesn't walk. One of the lowest walk rates in the league. 2nd lowest amount of any team in the league, but they also don't really strike out. They're super aggressive early in counts. A lengthy inning working here for McCullough. Trying to limit it to just 3 with runners at the corners and 2 outs. The 1-strike pitch. Fastball misses high up around the shoulders of Bose. That Navy uniform. Counts at a ball and a strike now. Throw to first. Jackson is caught in a rundown now, and the Eagles are going to try to get the runner across. And the ball's dropped. It's dropped by the shortstop, and Ricketts scores. And it's a 4-0 ball game. Jackson back to first safely. Wow. Jackson took off from first. He was picked off. And Duelis lobbed to second. It hit the glove of the shortstop Simpson. That should be an error on him that brings in Ricketts. And it's a 4-0 Carson-Newman lead. Here's the pitch from McCullough, and a curveball is on the inside corner for a strike. Right-hand pitcher delivers, and Bose hits this one way into the air. And it will be the third baseman backpedaling Dansky to put it away, and that ends the inning. But not before Carson-Newman gets to the ace of the Wingate staff for 4 runs. And going to the bottom of the third, it's 4-0 Carson-Newman on top of Wingate here on the SAC Digital Network.
At me. Okay. Let's get started. When you're first looking at where to go to school, what were you searching for?
Well, when I first started searching, I knew I wanted to go to a place where I wouldn't feel limited.
Where I wouldn't just grow as an athlete, but I'd also learn everything that I needed to know to launch my own business.
Somewhere that would truly prepare me for the real world.
for what I was going to do next.
Where I could grow as an artist and develop my craft.
I wanted to go to a place where I wouldn't be just another number. A place where people really knew me.
Where over time, I would become a leader.
Somewhere that would show me all that I can be.
Somewhere that believed in me.
Somewhere that after I left, I would be proud of the person that I became.
And I found
that place
at Coker.
Carson-Newman just sent 8 men to the plate in the top of the third, scored 4 times. And here comes the bottom third in the lineup for Wingate. And Garrett Christopher looks at ball 1 inside. Matt Cole 6 up, 6 down. See if he can avoid what McCullough just had happen to him, the 1-0. Christopher flares it, and that'll be a leadoff single as it drops into shallow center field. Brown slips. Christopher thought about second base and instead decides to hold there after Charlie Brown slipped trying to pick up the ball barehanded. And a little flare from the left-hand hitter is the first base runner of the day for Wingate. Well, Carson-Newman had the leadoff man aboard and scored 4 times in the top half of this inning. Let's see if Wingate can respond. Carson Simpson coming to the plate. Simpson, .310 hitter on the season. Went 1 for 5 in the 10-2 win over Newberry. The pitch. Slow curveball on the outside corner for strike 1. All hands on deck for this one because the team that wins is the team to beat. You'd have to beat them twice tomorrow to win a title. The 0-1. Foul ball back. Counts it no balls and 2 strikes. A great inning for Carson-Newman. But a ton of baseball left. And Wingate's offense is one of the most balanced that this league has. The lefty pitches, and a ground ball hit in the hole at short, backhanded by Genter, tries to throw it to second and throws it away. Ill-advised throw, and the runner will go to third base. Griffin backing it up. That'll be an infield single for Simpson. And then an E6 that gets the runner over to third. So just like that, Wingate in business. And we've seen it throughout the tournament. You can't give teams plays like that. And Genter, who's normally surefire, makes that mistake. And now the left-hander will have to do some really big damage control with Justin Guy coming to the plate. .253 hitter on the season. Was just 3 for 14 against Carson-Newman, and the first pitch is a curveball that misses outside for ball 1. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. Wingate looking to answer after Carson-Newman scored 4 times in the third. Cole's pitching, and Guy pops it up. Third base side. Bo's giving chase. This one will get into the seats back behind the Wingate dugout. Well, you know Wingate has their sights set on a big inning here as well. And this is where it's just so critical for pitchers to come out and immediately get the bats back into the batter's box. The 1-1. Guy bounces it out to short. Genter picks it up to second. Carpenter for 1. Over to first. Not in time. Guy runs well. It's an RBI fielder's choice. Wingate's on the board, trimming it to a 3-run game. .6-4 the out at second. And now McCann Mellett, who struck out looking back in the first, will dig into the batter's box. And Cole's his first pitch. Bounces in the dirt. Travis picks it up, throws it to second base, but Guy's going to get in safely on the wild pitch. Well, Carson-Newman, who's normally pretty solid defensively, makes the miscue. An error in this inning, as well as a wild pitch, and in a 4-1 game, 1-0 pitch to McCann, and he pops it up. Shallow left center field, coming on and over is Brown, still running, and now he makes the catch as he catches up to it in the alleyway. And that is a big second out with a runner retreating to second. So now here's Michael Dansky. 4-1 ball game. Dansky flew out to center his first time up. Intensity brewing. It does typically, as you get into later stages, a pick back to second base. Close play, but Genter's tag a tad late. Well, after how this inning started, if it's only one run that Carson-Newman gives up, you feel pretty good, but certainly a chance here. Another throwback to second. And again, back safely Guy. And we had this conversation last night in the Newberry-Catawba game. You keep throwing over there, you're starting to flirt with fire. Wingate has answered Carson-Newman's 4-run third with a run in this inning as Coles misses inside for ball one. Carson-Newman has not blinked at all. The bullpen has not started moving. 2 outs in the bottom of the third. A 4-1 Carson-Newman lead in the winner's bracket. The final 2 teams unblemished. Carson-Newman needed to win the play-in game to get here. Well, the top 4 seeds have won all but 2 championships in the history of the league. Lenore-Ryan was the 6th seed back in 2000. And Wingate did it as the 5 seed in 2015. They went through Carson-Newman in the play-in round to get there and then win the championship. That was a great Wingate team. You had Thomas Spitz, Shane Billings, Bradley Brown seemed to hit 7,000-foot home runs against Carson-Newman. 1-0 the count. And another fake throwback to second base. Carson-Newman trying to fake him out with a deke. Genter slid out towards center field. Guy's jacked up. He is pumped up out there. Love the emotion. He's dialed in. He's a good player out there in center. And now at second base after reaching on the fielder's choice. The 1-0. Ground ball slowly tapped out towards second. Carpenter picks it up. Soft toss into the chest of Jackson. Ends the inning. Good work by Coles to work through the frame. And Carson-Newman surrenders just 1. Wingate gets a run on the board, but it's 4-1 Eagles through the first third.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Tasha, did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more? So what are you waiting for? Hip-hop group tag team to help you plan dessert?
French vanilla, rocky road, chocolate peanut butter cookie dough. Scoop that is, scoop that is, scoop that is, scoop that is, scoop shakalaka, 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 shaka, scoop shakalaka, shakalaka, shakalaka.
Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
Andrew Carpenter, the only man not to bat in Carson-Newman's 4-run third. Starts us off here in the top of the 4th inning. It's Carson-Newman 4, Wingate 1. And the right-hand pitcher will do some work here against Carpenter, who struck out looking his first time up. And the first pitch misses downstairs for ball 1. Outfield pretty much straight away. And the right-hand pitcher working from the full windup. And Carpenter nearly hit by it, buzzing the tower up and in. That was the 59th pitch for McCullough. Well, we saw Hunter Dula throw 125 on Friday night. 2 balls and no strikes, and here's the pitch. Carpenter flares it foul off of first base, giving chase. Good hustle from Dula, but that was 5 rows back. Well, Wingate will never waver. Bulldogs have been one of the standard bearers in this conference the last 5 or 6 years. The 2-1, swing and a miss, fastball up and in, 2-2. And you have some of the usual suspects still around. The top 5 teams in the league in the standings are still kicking here in the tournament. The 2-2, swing and a miss, good fastball from McCullough, and a bounce back start to an inning. From the right-hander, already 6 punch-outs against this Carson-Newman lineup. It's not really a Carson-Newman team that strikes out all that much. Hadn't struck out 6 times since the second game at Coker. Haven't been fanned double digits since Wingate did it on March 27th. The first pitch here to Jordan Griffin is a curveball this time around for ball 1. Well, that's a good adjustment from McCullough. I think he threw a fastball to Griffin the first time around that Griffin smoked into left for a double that started that 4-run rally in the third. 4-1 game in the fourth and the 1-0. Griffin squibs one, first base side. It hugs the chalk for a minute. Thought you might get a little bit of swerve to it, but it trickles foul. McCullough picks it up, and the count's at 1-1. Well, we see it all weekend. Good firm fastballs. I think Tomas Sorsha last night threw a boatload of fastballs early. And that just sets up the off-speed stuff. The 1-1. Griffin tries to bunt his way aboard, and it hits the plate and goes backwards foul. Griffin's a former wide receiver on the Carson-Newman football team. He is athletic and speedy. And he's the best stolen base threat on the team, and he's also the best guy to try to bunt for a hit. The 1-2. Off the plate with a fastball. Good location. McNeely was set up right there. He tried to flick that wrist a little bit counterclockwise to get it into the zone. But it did miss off the plate, 2-2. And now the big right-hander looking for a put-away pitch. McCullough shuffles the ball around in his brown leather mitt. And now pitches the 2-2, and Griffin spoils it, slicing it down the right field line out of play. Keeping the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The thing that Carson-Newman has done is work up the pitch count. And that goes without saying how important that is to try to get into the Wingate bullpen. The 2-2 pitch on the way. And Griffin just rolls one back up the middle. It slaloms off of the pitcher's mound and scoots into center field for a base hit and a 2-hit day for Griffin. First multi-hit game of the season for Griffin. It's the 27th of his career. And now let's see if he considers running it all. 6 stolen bases in 8 tries as Charlie Brown will stand in. Grounded out on a failed bunt attempt, sacrifice bunt attempt, his first time up. 4-1, Carson-Newman on top of the 4th inning. Winner advances to Monday. The pitch stays high. 1-0. The loser turns around in 45 minutes after the conclusion of this one to take on the top seed Catawba College, Catawba Indians. And you know Catawba will be chomping at the bit, wanting to get back on the field after losing in extra innings last night in walk-off fashion to Newberry. The 1-0. High on a fastball, 2-0. Well, Wingate's one of the few teams here of any that consistently keeps bodies in the bullpen. Most teams don't have anybody down there unless they have somebody throwing. But Wingate has a bunch of bodies down there, but nobody has gotten hot yet. Throw to first base, Griffin back. Well, the sun is poking through here a little bit at the ballpark. It's been cloudy. It's been overcast, rainy, chilly, but maybe a sign of things to come. The 2-0. There goes Griffin. It's a swing and a miss on a pitch up. Throw down. Not in time, and a stolen base for Jordan Griffin. 7th of the year. It wasn't a really good jump at all from Griffin. Brown swung at it, so it's 2-1, but it was a high throw. A good throw gets Griffin, but he was able to get that oven mitt of a left hand into the second base bag before the tag was applied. So with one out, the Eagles trying to get that run back. Ahead by 3, 4-1 in the 4th. The 2-1 pitch. Brown ropes it into left field. That drops in. Getting the windmill around third is Griffin. He's coming to the plate, and he's in safely. An RBI single from Brown, and it's a 5-1 Carson-Newman lead. What a start for Carson-Newman. And McCullough kicking some dirt around. He has not been in this position a lot this year. He had given up 6 runs all season. He's given up 5 in the last 2. And now Micah Gentoo, who had an RBI single in the last inning. It's a 5-1 game. Runner at first base, McCullough pitches, and there is a firm fastball down the middle for a strike. And Wingate has started to get the bullpen up and loosening. A right-hander has started to throw down in the bullpen. Mac Kalari has started to warm up. One out, one on. There goes Brown. It's a swing and a miss on a pitch down and away. Brown caught in a rundown now. I don't know why he just didn't run to second. Dool is hustling over there and flicks it over to Mellett for the out. So that'll work 2-4-3-4 on the putout. I don't know why Brown stopped. It looked like he actually got a pretty good jump, but he immediately slammed on the brakes and tried to get back to first, and he knew he was hung out to dry. It's 0-2 on Genter now. And McCullough looking now to get out of this inning. The 0-1. Genter pops it foul. Back into the left. This one will get into the seats, clearing the netting. And the count holds at no balls and 2 strikes. Carson-Newman getting another run in this inning. And making an out on the base paths to alleviate some of that pressure that McCullough is feeling. And an 0-2 pitch coming now. McCullough into his motion. He pitches. And Genter slaps it down the right field line, hustling over his Caraway. He watches it bounce. He overruns it. Genter nearly slipped. He's hustling to second, and he's in there with a headlong dive. And it's a double for Genter, his second hit of the day. And now that caught stealing even more of a break for Wingate. Good piece of hitting from Genter. 3 more hits in the inning, 8 in the game now for Carson-Newman. McCullough hadn't given up more than 4 hits in any outing this year. He's given up twice as many to Carson-Newman, and he's 2 outs deep into the 4th. 5-1 Carson-Newman, and with 2 outs, let's see what Thompson can do. 1 for 2 on the day. He singled his last time up. Kalari continuing to get loose in the bullpen. And McCullough readies. Right-hander checks second and pitches, and Thompson slashes it to right, but a liner will go right into the chest of a squatting down Caraway to end the inning. But Carson-Newman strikes again. The RBI single from Brown makes it 5-1 Eagles through 3.5. A good piece of hitting from Brown. And Carson-Newman's lead is 4 here at Smoky Stadium.
Fender bender, take one.
Tonight's matchup, me versus an ugly fender bender. If Ike and Eke got a win, it's gonna be a miracle, baby.
Mr. Vitale, it wouldn't be a miracle because Geico gives you a team of experts to help manage your claim.
It's gonna be a nail biter.
No, the Geico team is there for you 24/7.
Geico is awesome, baby. Too much?
I think we got it.
Yep.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Geico. Great service without all the drama.
Logan McNeely starts us off here in the bottom of the fourth inning. McNeely has grounded out his only time up, and Matt Coles' first pitch of the inning is up and away for ball one. Coles 36 pitches in, 3 innings, an earned run allowed so far for the southpaw. As he pitches, and he tries to spin a breaking ball down in, and misses. It's 2-0. Coles sights the sign from his battery mate Travis, now pitches. And he hits the outside corner with a fastball to make it 2-1. Well, Coles has had some big-time efforts this year in the starting rotation, including his last outing, the 2-1. Slow curveball is in there at the knees for a strike, 2-2. 7 shutout innings at Coker in the finale. Secured the 5th shutout of the year out of 6 for the program. The 2-2. McNeely fouls it back. This one's drifting just over our heads. Now with the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes, Coles getting back into the count. The left-hander gets the sign, the 2-2. Tried to backdoor a curveball and missed. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Coles has the sign, now pitches. And he misses off the plate away for ball 4. And a leadoff base on balls to McNeely, and the leadoff man's aboard for the 2nd straight inning. There's a bat flip there on a walk. We've seen that a couple times this weekend. So here's Jed Bryant. He flew out to the warning track and left his first time up. Carson-Newman leads it 5-1 here in the 4th. And left-hander pitches, and a swing and a ground ball in the hole. Genter backhand, circles, throws to second for 1. Turnover to first, not in time. So they settle for just the out. And now they say he's out. An illegal slide out at second base. And rack up the double play ball. McNeely, I didn't catch it on the slide. We'll have to take a look at a different angle to see the slide because that's where they're calling him out. The second base umpire, Jason Klingler, was the one that made the decision. And McNeely's hard slide is where they call it. So for now, it's a 6-4-3 double play. We're going to get a better look at it here. It was hit in the hole. Genter with a good throw. There's the hard slide. Yeah, that is a really hard slide. And a late slide as well, and the umpires are going to have a conversation about this. I'm not sure if this is a reviewable play or not. You can check a runner's interference situation. You can challenge a tag-up scenario or any type of force out or tag, and the umpires are conversing on whether or not this is a reviewable play. And indeed, they will go take, or no, actually, I think they'll just talk to Coach Gregory about it. And they will go ahead and head on over to the headset to have a conversation with the replay official. So this is a reviewable play, and they will take a look at this one. From our various angles here at the ballpark, we've had a pretty good overall weekend in terms of looking over these plays. Our crew has done a wonderful job of taking a look at these on what the situation is, locking it in. So the umpire's taking a look over this play. The call on the field was an illegal slide. Here's a pretty good look at it from this angle. Very late slide from McNeely, taking out Carpenter. And Coles will have to try to get loose. And if this is, I guess, bringing back bad memories to last night, as the umpires had to get the final call of the game correct. The runner is still standing at first base, Bryant, and Dula is coming to the plate. The question is, will there be 2 outs and nobody on, or 1 out and 1 man on? They freeze frame it right there. I mean, that's a rough slide, and they kind of got rid of that play a few years ago. And they're conversing this over with the replay official. What they have is they have 4 umpires every game and then 1 replay official up in his own booth, taking a look at it, looking at all the various angles to see if they can see anything. He's definitely safe at first. Jackson tried to make the stretch and was unable to do it. And we're really shuffling through all these different camera angles. Good job by the umpiring crew as well to get together after this. And it was Jason Klingler, the second base umpire, that made the ruling of the malicious slide. And we get a look from this angle. You're not going to see a great angle at it from here, the way that our home plate umpire, our home plate vantage point would give you. And what's interesting about it is Carpenter had stepped on the bag, and what you could potentially see from this angle is Carpenter had stepped on the bag and then stepped away from the bag towards center field. And McNeely made contact with that left leg of Carpenter. That's nowhere near the bag. So you could be arguing that as well. So we're taking a gander at this one. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and the umpires looking to make their official decision here as they take a look. They got the stopwatch out to make sure that they understand what's going on. And now they will. Oh, well, pardon me. They had the headset coming off, and then they put it back on. Now they got it coming off. And here comes the umpire. Points out. Double play. So roll it up. 6-4-3 on the twin killing. So replay works in Carson-Newman's favor, and there's 2 outs. And nobody on, so after the leadoff walk, Coles now a chance to face the minimum. Hunter Dula coming to the plate, popped to short. Micah Genter, who's playing in shallow right field on the shift, his only time up. 5-1 Carson-Newman in the 4th. And the first pitch from Coles is in there for a called strike. So another confirmed call. Well, I think that's now 9 confirmed calls, the 0-1. Check swing. He goes around, and it's 0-2. I think we've had 11 reviews now, and it's 9 confirmed. 2 strikes and nothing. Wingate chirping, not liking the call. And here comes the 2-strike pitch. Dula skies it. Off of first base. Jackson's calling it. Now Genter calls him off in foul ground. The shortstop's there to pull it down again, and that's the inning. The minimum faced by Coles. We're through 4. It's Carson-Newman 5 and Wingate 1 here on the SAC Digital Network.
Excellence, integrity, care, curiosity. These are the values that define who we are. A community of thinkers, competitors, and achievers passionately pursuing the path of a purpose-driven life. Because at Lenoir-Rhyne University, we are called to greatness. We are LR.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Gunnar Ricketts steps to the plate for Carson-Newman as the Eagles lead it 5-1. Winner's bracket game. And Brody McCullough back to work, 76 pitches into his outing. Right-hander delivers, and he spins one that just missed off the plate, and McNeely didn't like the call for ball 1. Backtracking, I was way off on the numbers. 16 total reviews now, 11 confirmed, 3 overturned, and 2 have stood. The 1-0. High on a fastball, 2-0. So that just goes back to it to confirm those numbers. And the umpires have done a great job all weekend. Ricketts 1 for 2, an RBI double his last time up. Hit one to the wall. The 2-0. Takes a fastball in the inside corner. 2-1. Right-hand pitcher against this left-hand hitter. McCullough has the sign and now pitches. And Ricketts pops it up off of third base. Looks like this will reach the dugout, and it just bops off the glove of McNeely. It looked like for a second it was going to hit the netting. That's a tough play with that ball coming back towards the field. McNeely reached the glove over, and it banged off of it and went into the dugout. Counts at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch now on the way. And Ricketts takes on the outside corner for strike 3 called. Punch out number 7 for McCullough. Third time in 5 innings he's opened a frame with a strikeout. And now here's Henry Jackson. He had an RBI single his last time up. 1 for 2 on the day. Now 5 hits in the tournament. 5-1 is the lead for Carson-Newman as Jackson slices it to right, coming on. Caraway still coming on. He slides, and he makes the catch. Good play by the right fielder, Cameron Caraway, to rob Jackson of a base hit. He got a good jump on it, had to. And down to his left-hand side, was able to slide and pull it in. 2 up, 2 down for McCullough. He could use a quick inning. Five to 1, Carson-Newman here in the 5th. McCullough here against Travis, who's 0 for 2. And McCullough's first pitch to Travis is a fastball that hits the outside corner for strike 1. 5 runs, 8 hits, an error, and 2 left on base for the Eagles. 1-2, 1 and 1 for Wingate. The 0-1. Travis hits one off the end of the bat. A high pop-up, shallow center. Mellett, the second baseman, is out to the grass. He makes the catch. That ends the inning. 1-2-3 work for McCullough. And at the midway point of the game, it's Carson-Newman 5 and Wingate 1 here on the SAC.
In
Visual Network.
NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
7 years ago, our fathers brought forth...
It was Mr. Hines who made me want to become a teacher.
And then I said, that's one small step for man, one giant leap. And that's why we don't try this at home. Any questions?
He inspired me. But it was LMU that helped me turn that dream into a reality.
7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent.
Matt Cole's back to work in the bottom of the fifth inning, and his first pitch is a swing and a foul ball back by Cameron Caraway, who's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Popped out to first, his only time up. And with a 5-1 Carson-Newman lead intact, Cole's pitches, and he misses off the plate away on a fastball. The left-hander pitches and bounces the ball in the dirt. It's 2-1. Well, Cole's pitch count is very palatable if you're a Carson-Newman coach. 50 pitches now for Coles. And now the 2-1 offering from the left-hander is a hard-hit line drive out to center field, giving Chase Brown. Got a good jump, reaches up as he climbs the ladder slightly to make the grab. Brown had to have a great jump on that ball. And he was able to get back and angle towards the left center field warning track to make the grab. And with one out and nobody on, Garrett Christopher stands in. He scored the lone run of the day for Wingate. A single to start off the third as Coles pitches, and he swings and slaps one into right center field. That's a base hit. Brown picks it up, bobbles it, and Christopher's going to hustle into second base with a one-out double. Third hit of the game for Wingate. And here comes Carson Simpson, who singled his first time up. 5-1 Carson-Newman, one out into the bottom of the fifth inning. That's a good piece of hitting by Christopher. Jumped on the first pitch and put it right through the shift. Eagles had 4 defenders right in that mix, but placed it perfectly. Lefty on the right-hand hitter, and Coles delivers, and it's a swing and a miss on a pitch down. 0-1 the count. Simpson only had 4 at-bats against Carson-Newman in the series this year. Went 1 for 4. The 0-1 pitch. On a fastball outside corner is in there for a strike. Coles gets ahead at 2 strikes to nothing. Carson-Newman out hitting Wingate 8-3 and leading at 5-1. The pitch from Coles is a high fly ball foul off of first. 0-2. Coles checks the runner at second base. Here's the pitch. Little flare, hit back behind first, racing back to his right side as Jackson, the first baseman, in the outfield grass is there to catch the little flop shot. Second out of the inning. He was placed perfectly, and the typical outfielder playing first base in this tournament with Killian Daughtry out after sustaining a concussion against Newberry. Jackson taking over and doing a good job over there. 2 outs and the runner at second for Justin Guy. He's driven in the only run as he beat out a double play ball. Coles misses downstairs, 1-0. Carson-Newman's 4 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Wingate hitless in 4 tries so far. Guy looking to change that. The 1-0. Off the plate, 2-0. Well, McCann Mellon awaits in the on-deck circle, and even though the platoon stats would show that Coles would have that advantage over Guy, certainly want to get the 9-hole batter here and end this threat. 5-1 game in the 5th. The 2-0. Right down the middle with a fastball for a strike. 2-1. Coles already ready to go, waiting for Guy to get back in the box. Now the right-hand hitter's in there. And Coles is set and pitching. And a hard hit smash. Diving stop by Jackson. Keeps it on the infield. Picked up Carpenter. Throw to first. Not in time. And the runner stays put at third. Jackson at the very least saves a run. It'll be an infield single. And Wingate will bring its top hitter to the plate. Well, Jackson did a great job to get to that ball, and if he makes it cleanly, they have a shot to get Guy. But it hit out of his mitt. Carpenter was there hustling with a bare hand, and the throw was late, and I don't think Coles had his foot on the bag. And now we'll go to work on Mellett. 0 for 2 on the day. Shift is on, and the first pitch from Coles is a good slider on the outside corner for strike 1. Mellett crushed Carson-Newman pitching this year. 3 home runs of his 7 on the year, went 11 for 13. 1 strike pitch coming here from Coles. And it's right down Broadway with a fastball for a strike to get ahead at 0-2. Carson-Newman pitching has struggled mightily against left-hand hitters this year. No balls and 2 strikes. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Bobbled by Travis. He picks it up, steps in. Foul ground and completes the strikeout to end the inning. Big time work from Coles to get out of the jam. His second punch out. Strands a pair, and we're through 5. The upstart Eagles ahead 5-1 against Wingate.
I pledge.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
Carson-Newman leads Wingate 5-1 thanks to some clutch hitting in the 3rd inning. A 4-run frame. Micah Genter, a base hit into center field, opened the scoring as Jordan Griffin came in to score. And that's how Carson-Newman was able to open up its scoring. And Zach Bose will start us off here in the 6th. 5-1 Eagles, and McCullough back to work at 84 pitches. And the right-hander delivers, and he spins a first pitch breaking ball in there for strike 1. Well, the thing that both teams have to consider is if you lose, you have to come back and play Catawba at 245 today. The 0-1, foul tip, straight back, 0-2. So the less amount of pitchers or the less amount of pitches that those pitchers have to throw, the better you are against one of the best offenses in the country. 5 runs on 8 hits. An error and 2 left on base for Carson-Newman. 1-4-1 with 3 left aboard for Wingate. And a swing and a miss on a pitch down and away for strike 3. And quick work for McCullough as he gets his 8th strikeout. And he started the inning with a punch out in 3 straight frames. Carson-Newman will send a pinch hitter to the plate as well here. Zach Brook will step to the plate. Brook has almost exclusively been a pinch hitter this season. Played some in the outfield. On the year, he's officially just 0 for 2. Has a sacrifice fly to his name. And with Carson-Newman ahead 5-1, the Eagles make the adjustment as Carpenter had struck out twice in this game. And McCullough's first pitch, Brooks swings and fouls it back. Well, obviously Carson-Newman likes this matchup with Brook at the plate, a fastball hitter. 1 strike and nothing, though, and a 5-1 Carson-Newman lead in the 6th. The pitch. Curveball on the inside corner. 0-2. The hot-hitting Jordan Griffin in the on-deck circle. Right-hander coming set once more. Here's the pitch. And another foul ball hit off of first. Dula will give it a look, but this is well back into the seats. Right at the top. I think it actually hit a railing. That was that loud ping. Right-hand pitcher coming set. Now the 0-2. And a foul ball straight back into the netting. Carson-Newman's big 4-run third, igniting this lead. McCullough has a sign, and the 0-2. Bends one off the plate, bounces it up there. 1-2. Well, Wingate's one of the most well-rounded teams in the region. Great pitching, great hitting, solid overall defense. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch. Back-to-back punch-outs for McCullough. 9 of them now. His career high is 10. He did that against Charleston of West Virginia on February 15th of 2020. So he's 1 shy of that, but has to deal with a man that he has not retired today, Jordan Griffin. A double and a single. 2 runs scored. And the first pitch for McCullough is a curveball that misses down and in. Starts him with a curveball for the 2nd time. Carson-Newman 5, Wingate 1. 2 outs into the top of the 6th. Nobody on for the Eagles. McCullough pitches, and Griffin swings and misses. There goes the bat over towards the dugout of Wingate third base side and hits off the facing. Well, you could make that excuse yesterday with how soggy it was. Like Griffin, who's not wearing batting gloves. It's interesting. He's a wide receiver, and you know that he wears those gloves as a wide receiver back when he played football. But as a hitter, he doesn't wear them. Got some tape on there. Going a little old school with the look. Not as much flashy. And the 1-1. Off the plate on a fastball. 2-1. Two outs and nobody on. McCullough looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He's retired 6 in a row as he pitches. Griffin hits one sharply, but out the shortstop. Simpson gathers and throws to retire Griffin. 7 in a row retired by McCullough. And going to the bottom of the 6th, it'll be Dansky, McNeely, and Bryant due up with Carson-Newman leading at 5-1.
Broken windshield, take 1.
Hey guys, my windshield just got broken. I feel like I need to blow off some steam. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Mr. Blanks, there's no need to be stressed. Geico makes it easy to file a claim online, on the app, or over the phone.
Yeah, but what if I never hear back? That's gonna make me want to go, check.
Nope, your Geico claims team is always there for you.
That makes me want to celebrate with some fireworks. 5, 6, 7, go. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah!
Geico. Great service without all the drama.
I just did not have a lot of stability.
I was facing foreclosure.
Not working at all, didn't have any money.
I could not go to school and work, so I found Mars Hill.
The experience here has been so wonderful.
It's been amazing.
I was able to have the full-time hours without the full-time load.
They are just incredibly supportive.
And Mars Hill is very affordable.
Mars Hill University Adult and Graduate Studies, education that moves mountains.
I will be the first in my family to graduate with my bachelor's degree.
Bottom of the sixth inning here in the SAC Baseball Championships, presented by Pilot Flying J. The final two unblemished teams in this conference tournament. The loser will have to turn around at 2:45. The winner gets to play tomorrow. As Matt Coles pitches and misses high and tight over the top of the head of the left-hand hitting Michael Dansky, who's 0 for 2. And Coles into his motion, and the 1-0 hits the outside corner of the fastball for a strike. Well, the news for either of these two teams, whoever wins it, the 1-1, misses down and away, 2-1. They get the big advantage. They get a rest and then come back tomorrow and need to lose twice to get out of the tournament, the 2-1. At the knees with a fastball for a strike, 2-2. These are two of the most successful programs in the history of the tournament. The 2-2 just missed off the plate. 3-2, 5-1 Eagles here in the sixth. Wingate's 6 titles are behind Catawba's 8, while Carson-Newman is tied with Tusculum for the third most with 4. 3-2 is a hard hit smash that spikes the dirt on the right side of the infield and slides into right for a base hit. Dansky's first hit of the day and the 5th for the Dogs. And in steps Logan McNeely, who was grounded out and walked in his 2 trips. Carson-Newman 5, Wingate 1. Bottom of the 6th inning. Middle infield will look for a double play ball. Carson-Newman at the top of the league with 25 of them. The pitch is a curveball in at the knees for a strike. Right-hand hitter at the plate. The pitch is in there for a strike. Good offering there from Coles to get ahead at 0-2. A good crowd here. Not just Carson-Newman fans, but Wingate showing out. The 0-2 pitch. Off the plate away with a fastball. 1-2. Lefty on the right-hand hitter, the pitch. Tried to backdoor breaking ball, didn't get it. 2-2. Wingate has won 5 of the last 6 and 3 straight conference tournament meetings. The 2-2. Line drive rocketed to left. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Ricketts plays it on 2 bounces. The runner stops at second base after a wide turn. Back-to-back singles. Wingate in business here in the bottom of the 6th. And here comes Jed Bryant, who is 0 for 2 today. A long fly ball to left and a double play, and the Eagles would love one of those double play balls. Wingate with a shot here. Trailing it 5-1 in the bottom of the 6th. And Cole's pitching and hits the outside corner of the fastball to get ahead at 0-1. Carson-Newman now sends some bodies down to the bullpen to start to get loose. First time today, Carson-Newman has needed somebody in the bullpen. The 1-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. Bryant, a huge cut, was trying to make it a 1-run game and came up empty. Mason Mooney and Jake Wright have started to get stretched out down in Carson-Newman's bullpen. Coles is ahead at 0-2. What does he go with? With 2 men on and nobody out in the 6th. The pitch. Swing and a miss. It's strike 3. third punch out for Coles, and that is a big one with Hunter Dula coming up. Bryce Hanley has replaced Carpenter at second base, cleaning that up. He'll be in the 6th spot in the lineup. The first pitch to Dula. Fastball inside corner for a strike. Dula has popped out twice right along the first base line. 2 men on and 1 out. Wingate looking to get back into this one, down by 4. Coles misses down and away. 1-1. 5-1 Eagles on top of the Dogs. Bottom of the 6th, Wingate trying to start its comeback. The 1-1. Down and in. Good block by Travis to make sure that the runners can advance. 2 balls and a strike. Caraway's in the on-deck circle. Coles looking to buckle down. The senior left-hander's ready. The 2-1. Dula fouls it back out in front of a bending curveball. Even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3 infielders on the right side. Micah Jenner is standing right around the second base bag. Coles is ready to go, and a 2-2 pitch on the way. And a little flare way out in front of it is Dula yanking it into the seats first base side. Counts even here at 2-2. 82 pitches now for Coles. He pitched a week ago, a complete game shutout against Coker. 2 balls, 2 strikes the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3, back-to-back punch-outs for Coles. How about that after 2 straight singles, 2 straight punch-outs? And now it's on Caraway if Wingate is going to get a run in this inning. 5-1 game in the bottom of the 6th. Carson-Newman leads, 2 outs, 2 on. And left-hander pitches. And a swing and a miss on a pitch down for strike 1. Caraway, a pop to first, and a line out to center. Hit the ball hard his last time up. Runners lead from first and second. The 1-strike pitch. And a foul ball sizzled into the netting, first base side. Coles gets ahead at 0-2. Well, this is impressive from Coles. Working ahead in the count after the 2 hits. No balls, 2 strikes the pitch. Backdoor curveball on the corner. Strike 3 called. Coles fans the side after giving up 2 hits and preserves a 5-1 Carson-Newman lead through 6. Eagles jacked up, trying to add to their tally when we come back. Going to the 7th here on the SAC Digital Network. Top of the 7th inning here at Smoky Stadium. Carson-Newman, a big 4-run 3rd inning, getting to the ace of this Wingate pitching staff, Brody McCullough. 98 pitches into his outing, is working here from the full windup to Charlie Brown. And the first pitch is a curveball that Brown tried to appeal to say that it hit him, but doesn't win that one. Ball 1, 1-0, the pitch. Brown yanks it off of third, foul. And the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Brown today, 1 for 2 with an RBI single his last time up. McCullough delivers the 1-1. And a high fly ball, shallow right field. Caraway coming on a soft trot to reach into the air and pluck it out of the sky for the out. That is 8 straight retired by McCullough. The last man to reach against him was Micah Genter. He doubled on a flare down the right field line back in the 4th inning. 5-1 Eagles here in the 7th. McCullough steps off just as he was about ready to start into his motion. The right-hander kicks and fires and pitches, and Genter bunts it, but right back to McCullough. Tried to push it for a hit. Instead, McCullough easily scoops it and throws out Genter. So that's 9 straight retired now by McCullough. And the lineup flips back over for Tyler Thompson, who's 1 for 3 on the day. 5-1 Carson-Newman out in front of the Wingate Bulldogs, looking to stay in the winner's bracket. And the right-hander will deal with Tyler Thompson. The first-team all-conference pick takes off the plate away for ball 1. Well, McCullough's worst outing of his career, you have to go all the way back to his freshman season. April 6th at Lincoln Memorial, he gave up 6 earned in an inning as he pitches and misses off the plate away, 2-0. Other than that, he has been outstanding in his tenure. The only other time he gave up more than 2 runs was against Concord in his first outing as a sophomore. The 2-0. Thompson pulls it through the left side of the infield for a base hit. Past Dansky and into the glove of the left fielder Bryant. Second hit of the day for Tyler Thompson, and Carson-Newman snaps a string of 9 straight retired by McCullough. So here's Gunnar Ricketts, 1 for 3 on the day. 5-1, Carson-Newman leading it here in the top of the 7th. 2 outs and Thompson at first. And the first pitch to Ricketts is a roller first base side that goes foul. McCullough this year had entered 6 runs allowed in 41 1/3, just 2 in his last 35 1/3. He got 4 earned in his first 6 innings pitched this year. But the Eagles got to him for 4 alone in the 3rd, and so far 5 total. 4 earned runs, 9 hits allowed in this game by McCullough. 1 strike pitch coming from the right-hander. Ricketts leans back to get out of the way of a high fastball. Count evens up at 1-1. 5 runs, 9 hits, and Aaron 2 left on base for Carson-Newman. A run on 6 hits, and Aaron 5 left aboard for Wingate. A right-hand pitcher coming set. He delivers. And he drifts one off the plate away for ball 2. Ricketts, hot hitting in this tournament, has continued. 3 doubles. The left-hander at the plate, and the right-hand pitcher misses downstairs. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Wingate's bullpen back up and loosening. Kalari throwing once more. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. High fastball off the plate away. Ball 4. And the Eagles in business trying to kickstart this 2-out rally. Second walk issued, or check that first walk issued by McCullough. And here's Henry Jackson, who's 1 for 3. And out of the dugout, and with a walk to the mound. Not sure if this is the end of the line for McCullough or not. That's 110 pitches on the day. And the first team all-conference pick, having a day that you probably didn't see coming. And I don't know if they're trying to give Kalari more time or if they're going to let McCullough keep throwing in this one. 6 2/3 innings in this contest is the most he's thrown all year. He threw 6 innings against Catawba, an 8-0 win on April 6th. His longest outing of his career was 7 against Charleston of West Virginia on February 15th, 2020. He had 10 strikeouts in that game. So they're going to stick with McCullough for at least one more batter. He had retired 9 straight until Thompson singled with 2 outs here in the 7th. The walk to Ricketts. And now Jackson coming to the plate. Now with 2 on and 2 outs, Eagles ahead 5-1 in the 7th. The right-hand pitcher comes set and pitches. And he nearly hit Jackson with a curveball, missing inside for ball 1. The winner of this game moves on to tomorrow morning, bright and early, to get at the ballpark. The loser has to turn around and play top-seeded Catawba in an elimination game. 1-0 pitch. In the dirt, 2-0. Well, you can start to see it with the body language of McCullough. Frustrated out on the mound. Temperatures continue to warm up here at the ballpark. Sun poking out yet again. The 2-0. In the dirt, 3-0. Well, every one of these pitches that McCullough has thrown in this sequence, as soon as he's done, he's walked off the back of the mound. This time he takes his hat off. Trying to find that feel. He's such a good pitcher, but the Eagles' offense is frustrated him today. 3-0 pitch. Fastball down the middle for a strike, 3-1. The last time it was a 4-5 matchup between these two teams, Wingate beat Carson-Newman 17-2 back in 2012. Wingate eventually lost. Those were the last 3 teams remaining. Wingate lost to Tusculum 16-9. 3-1 pitch on the inside corner, running the count full, 3-2. Wingate scored 9 runs in the 9th inning of that meeting 9 years ago. Carson-Newman looking to flip the script. Righty on right-hand batter. Runners get big leads and we'll get a head start on the payoff pitch that McCullough will look back Thompson at second base. Five to 1. Carson-Newman leads Wingate. 2 outs, 2 on. The runners are taking off. And McCullough pitches the payoff, and Jackson spoils it, scooping it foul off of third. Lengthy at bat. And after Hunter Dula threw 125 pitches on Friday night, McCullough nearing that margin, a few pitches shy of 120 now. Another payoff pitch on the way. Jackson hits it in the air, shallow center, hanging up in plenty of time. Guy comes on a sprint and makes the catch. And that ends the inning. Eagles get 2 runners on base, but they strand them. They've left 4 on base in the game. And at stretch time, it is Carson-Newman 5 and Wingate 1 here on the SAC Digital Network.
Every student comes to Wingate with a story. I know I did. Our students come from all walks of life.
They come to us as young people with hopes and dreams of their own. They're looking to Wingate to become the best version of themselves, and that's what we do.
The effect that Wingate has on me is compounded by the effect I have on the world after I leave Wingate.
Because making a difference is fundamental
to what we are as a university
and who we are as people.
Wingate trails it by 4. Bottom of the 7th inning, Garrett Christopher in the lower third of this lineup due up. Full shift is on for Carson-Newman. 3 infielders on the right side. Micah Genter, the shortstop, is in shallow right. And Matt Coles operates from the full windup and pumps in a first pitch curveball for strike 1. 87 pitches for Coles, but he hasn't quite figured out Garrett Christopher, who's 2 for 2. Fastball misses up 1-1. Christopher has 2 of the team's 6 hits. The 1-1 pitch. Foul ball straight back. 1-2. You really have to credit Coles. He only faced 1 batter against Wingate the first time these teams met and gave up a hit to McCann Mellett. The lefty pitches and Christopher fouls it back. Count holds it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Check that. Inaccurate. It was left-hand hitting Dansky. The 1-2. Swinging a hard hit smash. Once again, perfectly placed by Christopher. Slides it between the shortstop and second baseman on the shift. 3rd hit of the day for Christopher. And once again, the leadoff man aboard. 7th hit overall for Wingate. They've now had the leadoff man on base in 3 of the last 4 innings. Check that, 4 of the last 5 innings. But they haven't scored in the 4th or the 6th when they had him out there. Carson Simpson stands in. He is singled and popped to first. 5-1 Eagles in the 7th as Coles pitches and a hard hit smash out to short. Backhanded Genter to second and Hanley for 1 to first. Pulls Jackson off the bag. Could have been 2, but Hanley's throw was offline. So it'll work as just a fielder's choice. Put out of Christopher 6-4. They would have had Simpson out by a long shot. But living to fight another day. Justin Guy, who's been pesky, an RBI and a single, 1 for 2 on the day. 5-1 Eagles in the 7th. The pitch. Misses down and away. 1-1, or 1-0, sorry. Jake Wright has started a toss down in Carson-Newman's bullpen. The right-handed reliever. 1 ball, no strikes, and time called. Well, you're starting to count the outs. If you're Carson-Newman, you need to get 8 more. The 1-0 pitch. Stays in the zone, right across the belt for a strike, 1-1. Mason Mooney will also start to toss down there for the Eagles. So 2 guys getting hot. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball. Travis tried to bring it back into the zone, but it missed outside. And the count's at 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, Wingate keeps knocking on the door. They're trying to bang through it. Coles is ready with the 2-1. Guy bounces it to short. Another chance here. Genter picks, throws the second for one. Hanley, better throw this time. It's a double play ball, and it ends the inning. Eagles twirl it up, their second of the game, and Carson-Newman's lead is 5-1. Going to the eighth, the defense helping out Coles again. 6-4-3, and it's a 4-run game going to the eighth here on the SAC Digital Network.
Our decision as a conference last Thursday to cancel the spring season was not made lightly.
New pitcher for Wingate is a right-hander, Sam Broderson. And he can bring the heat. 13 appearances this year, a 2.87 ERA, 24 punch-outs in 15 2/3. He struck out the side on 11 pitches against Newberry to close out the 10-2 win on Friday night. Carson-Newman leads it 5-1 as Harrison Travis in the heart of the lineup up for the Eagles. Broderson's pitch is a fastball right over the heart of the plate for strike one. Broderson's been great out there on the mound all season for Coach Jeff Gregory's crew, and he's ready with the 0-1, and he drifts a slider off the plate away for a ball. The freshman right-hander from Winter Garden, Florida, the same hometown as Carson-Newman current pitcher Matt Coles. Rival high schools. The 1-1 pitch. Fly ball lifted out towards shallow center. Long run for Guy. Still coming. The shortstop reaches his glove out. Cannot get to it, and it flops in for a base hit. That ball seemed to hang up in the air for an eternity before it finally splashed down in the outfield. The shortstop, Simpson, went out after it. I thought Guy was going to have the best route at it. And eventually it just bounced harmlessly on the grass. A runner at first base, nobody out. Zach Bowes at the plate. He's 0 for 3. 5-1 the score, and the first pitch is a fastball on the outer edge for a called strike. Already on right-hand batter. And the 0-1 pitch. Bunt attempt from Bowes. Popped foul. And he finds himself now in a 2-0 hole. Broderson's been great of late. His last 2 outings, He has struck out 8 batters of the 11 outs that he's recorded. He's only had 2 outings in which he's given up runs of his dozen. The 0-2. Bose swings and misses. Close the book on Brody McCullough. 7 innings, 5 runs, 4 earned, 9 hits, a walk, and 9 strikeouts for the first team all-conference pick. And now it'll be the right-hand swinging Bryce Hanley stepping to the plate. So Hanley will dig in. His first at bat of the game. He entered in the 6th at second base. All right-hander Broderson pitches. Hanley squares the bunt, and it costs him a strike. Hanley on the season has been hot and cold at the plate. 5 for 22 overall. That's a .222 clip. 1 strike pitch coming. Hanley bunts it in the air. It flops onto the ground, picked up by the third baseman. They throw to first. It was almost late, but they get the out in time by a step as the sacrifice works. 5-3, but that was almost a disaster for Wingate, not just because of the throw, but because nobody went to cover third base. And I think that's what threw off Dansky, because a couple of the defensive players were yelling 3-3, and he hesitated and had to wait for the first baseman to get over there and nearly threw it down the line, and Dula was able to pluck it away from Hanley. So instead, with 2 outs, it's on Jordan Griffin, who's 2 for 3. He's been a rally starter. 5-1 Eagles in the 8th pitch. And it misses high and tight on a slider for ball 1. These teams were separated by 1 game in the regular season standings, but Wingate swept the regular season meeting. The 1-0. On the outside corner for a strike, 1-1 on a slider. I'll say this much. If Broderson doesn't use an opportunity to transfer elsewhere, you talk about a guy that has just electric stuff. Could be unhittable in this league for a long time. One ball and no strikes. 1 ball and 1 strike, rather. And time called. His worst outing this year, he gave up 4 earned runs in an inning and a third against Catawba in a 5-2 loss. The only other time he's given up a run was against Belmont Abbey. Otherwise, he has been lights out. A runner at second with 2 outs. The 1-0. Check that. The 1-1 is a swing and a miss on a pitch down. 1-2. The scoreboard is not updating, and I'm relying on him. And with 2 outs, Griffin will have to get something done in a 1-2 hole. Carson-Newman 4 in the 3rd. Wingate answered with 1 in the bottom half of the inning. Carson-Newman responded right back in the 4th to take a 5-1 lead, and that's where we sit now in the top of the 8th. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And so on the outside corner, the fastball for strike 3 called. It's a nice pitch from Broderson showing his stuff. He strikes out 2, works around a leadoff hit, and Wingate stepping to the plate, the top of the order to the bat rack. 5-1 Eagles over the Dogs here on the SAC Digital Network.
You're right. That's a 5th floor problem.
Not in my house. No. Not today.
Jimmy, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico?
Happier than Dikembe Mutombo blocking a shot.
Nice.
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Seven strong innings from Matt Coles has Carson-Newman 6 outs away from becoming the team to beat in the conference championships and advancing to Monday. But he'll have to deal with the top of this lineup once again. The 3 all-conference picks due up here in the inning, and Mellett will start us off. The left-hander against the left-hand batter. Mellett takes a first pitch ball. Looked like a strike for a second. One-plate umpire Ned Timmerman didn't give him the call, as Coles comes right back to him and pumps in a similar pitch. This one gets a strike call. Mellett struck out swinging in the 5th to leave 2 men on. The 1-1 on the inside corner for a strike, 1-2. Mellett struck out twice. He's 0 for 3 in the game after pummeling Carson-Newman pitching the first time around. The 1-2. Ground ball hit in the hole. On first base, bobbled by Jackson, underhands a high toss, and it's not in time. And Mellett starts off the 8th inning by getting on base. He had to circle around it to try to pick it up. And it was going to be a tough play as Mellett runs well, and Coles couldn't grab it in time. That's a tough play for Jackson, but one that he probably should have made, and they officially rule it an error. Second of the game by Carson-Newman, and here's Michael Dansky, and he takes a look at ball 1 low. Jake Wright and Mason Mooney again throwing in Carson-Newman's bullpen. And with Wingate down by 4, they'd like to get a couple here in this inning and force Carson-Newman into the bullpen. The 1-0. On the outside corner with a slow curveball for a strike at the knees. Dansky's got a wonderful mustache, and he was unhappy with the call. Left-hander again set. Checks first, pitches, and zips one in on the inside corner for a strike. 1-2. Coles now over 100 pitches, 103 to be exact. Mellett at first base, just 2 steals this year. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 6th strikeout for Coles. He went upstairs with it. Second most punch-outs for the career in a game for Coles. And with 1 out, here's Logan McNeely. He's been aboard twice today, and the right-hand hitter takes a fastball off the plate for ball 1. The lefty pitches, and he misses downstairs, 2-0. Carson-Newman 5 thanks to a strong 4-run 3rd inning. And Wingate 1. The lefty pitches, and he misses off the plate again, and he falls into a 3-0 hole. Wingate was the 3rd best scoring team in the conference, 7.5 runs per game this year. The lefty pitches now and pumps in a strike on the outside corner. And it's 3-1. Well, Mooney is throwing. Braden Coe has gotten up and started to loosen. The 3-1. Foul ball off of first. Coe threw a complete game shutout here on Thursday, and that shows the value of this game that Carson-Newman coach Tom Griffin has to get the ace in the first team all-conference pick up and going. Runner at first with one out, the payoff pitch. Ground ball back up the middle. Diving attempt from Genter. It slides under his glove and into center field for a base hit. Stopping at second base, Mellett. Wingate in business in the bottom of the 8th, down 5-1. Eighth hit of the day for Wingate. So now Jed Bryant, and with one swing of the bat, he can flip this game around. 0 for 3 today, however. 2 men on, 1 out the pitch. Slow curveball in the outside corner for strike 1. Bryant, a power hitter. Had a towering bomb almost to the scoreboard and left here on Friday. The 1-strike pitch. Pops this one foul. Back, and this one goes over our heads. As a sophomore in the last full season that they played, he hit 19 home runs, was an all-region pick. He had 7 more than anybody else in the conference that season. 0-2 the count. Cole's ahead. The pitch. Misses high. Tried to get Bryant to chase on a fastball. Two men on, 1 out. Big pitch coming here for Coles. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Number 7 for Coles. He beats him with a fastball. And now Hunter Dula, who's 0 for 3 to stand in. Wingate today 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position. Trying to break that here. Down 5-1 in the 8th, and Coles' first pitch to Dula is a fastball in the outside corner for strike 1. 5 runs on 10 hits for Carson-Newman. 1 run on 8 hits for Wingate. And the 1-strike pitch coming here for Coles. And it's a swing and a foul tip into the mitt of Travis for strike 2. Coles getting ahead. 115 pitches deep. The Florida Tech transfer. The 0-2 misses off the plate with a fastball. 1-2. Longest outing of his career. Here's the 1-2. Yanked and crushed down the right field line out of play. Dula had a good pitch to hit and hit it almost out of the ballpark entirely down the right field corner. Well, that puts a little jolt into you if you're Wingate, a little scare into you if you're Carson-Newman. Can Coles bounce back? 2 on, 2 outs. 5-1 Eagles in the 8th. The 1-2. And another ball floated down the right field line. Griffin back to the wall. He leaps up. It's out of the ballpark. Dula hits a 3-run home run out of the yard, and it's a 1-run game. 5-4 in the 8th. Dula got a piece of it and just cleared the fence and right. Not by much, but straighten it up this time, and Wingate is within a run. With 2 outs, the pitch to the right-hand swinging Cameron Caraway is on the outside corner for strike 1. And now Braden Coe has started to get heated up pretty quickly. The 1-strike pitch, they call time as Coles was starting to motion. Well, Wingate needed 1. Big hit, and they finally get it. And it's a 1-run game as Coles pitches. And he misses off the plate away with a curveball, 1-1. Now look at the confidence the Eagles have here in Coles. Lefty on righty, the 1-1. Swing and a miss on a curveball down. 1-2. Braden Coe getting heated up in the bullpen. Carson-Newman knows they need 4 outs. The 1-2. Off the plate with a curveball. 2-2. Wingate started to get some action in their bullpen. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good bounce back from Coles. He strikes out the side, but a batter late. He's matched a career high with 8 punch-outs, but Wingate is within a run. The power hitting of Dula, his 4th long ball of the year. It's a 5-4 game. We go to the 9th here on the SAC Digital Network.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Late inning theatrics here at the ballpark. Hunter Dula, 2-out, 3-run home run, has carved a 4-run deficit into just 1. 5-4 in the 9th. Charlie Brown to lead us off. 1 for 3 on the day for Carson-Newman in a 5-4 game. And the right-hander Broderson back to work, and Brown swings at the first pitch and yanks it foul into the corner down the left field line. 8-9-1 due up for Carson-Newman, and boy, could they use some insurance. The bottom 3 in the lineup are due up for Wingate in the bottom of the 9th. Broderson's ready, he pitches, and Brown fouls it back to the screen, and he's in an 0-2 hole, but he's been on top of the 2 pitches. Christopher Simpson guy, should anybody reach, McCann Mellon. Broderson staring down the barrel for the sign. He lifts the leg, the 0-2, and Brown fouls it back again to stay alive. Catawba is in attendance. They're on the third base line. And they await the loser of this game. The winner advances to Championship Monday. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a foul tip. Brown stays alive. Wingate swept the regular season series. They had a dramatic comeback in Game 2. They've won the last 3, outscoring Carson-Newman 38-12 in the conference tournament. Carson-Newman trying to flip the script here, clinging to a 1-run lead. Broderson's ready. The 0-2. Missed just off the plate. Perfect pitch to McNeely, but Broderson didn't get the call. One ball and 2 strikes. Broderson comes set. He pitches. And Brown pulls another one off of third into the corner. And the count holds at a ball and 2 strikes. Well, Brown has put some pretty good swings together here. Broderson looking to win the battle, though. The freshman against a senior. And the right-hander set at the belt. The pitch. Brown taps one foul and hangs around. Great at bat here by Charlie Brown. Broderson looking to win this battle. Still in the driver's seat at 1-2. The righty pitches, and he yanks one down and away, and the count's even at 2-2. Wingate has Tommy McCollum throwing in the bullpen. He's a big righty that gets it up there in the mid-90s. Outfield playing straight away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Brown fouls it back, and we do it again. Well, this is what Carson-Newman has done all day. Frustrate the Wingate pitching staff with foul balls. They forced McCullough to throw 117 pitches. And another break even on the way. Brown skies it out to straightaway center. Or check that, it's on the infield. It's the second baseman Mellett calling for it. On the dirt to make the catch and retire Brown, but a great at bat by Brown. 10 pitches. Broderson wins it, though. I lost it in the window pane in front of me, and I looked at Guy first, and it looked like he was going to come on and make it. It was the infielder that made the play. So now Micah Genter, 2 for 3 on the day, and he looks at strike 1 on a fastball. Carson-Newman 5, Wingate 4. The loser takes on top-seeded Catawba in an elimination game next. The winner plays tomorrow in the morning in the first game. As this pitch misses off the plate, down and away, 1-1. Turning into a fairly decent day, seeing some blue skies overhead, some wispy clouds breaking up. The 1-1 pitch. Genter takes another strike on the outside corner with a fastball, 1-2. Tyler Thompson awaits in the on-deck circle. One ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Off the plate away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, Braden Coe seems to be ready down in the bullpen. And I would imagine the 9th inning would be on him. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Genter pops one up off of first. Dula started in. Now drifts back, and he gets called off by Mellett, who uses his speed to get over there in front of the line to make the catch. So 2 pop outs to Mellett, 1 behind second base, this 1 behind first base. Here's Tyler Thompson, 2 for 4 on the day. Now 5 for 14 in the tournament. Here's a look at Braden Coe getting hot. The first team all-conference pick. 5-4 Carson-Newman in the 9th. Christopher, Simpson, and Guy due up for Wingate in the bottom of the inning. And now the right-hander Broderson to deal with the all-conference member Thompson, and he misses on the first pitch, down and away for ball 1. Thompson, a 2-time first-team all-league pick, just the 6th Carson-Newman player to do that. Broderson has the sign from the first base side of the rubber to the 1-0. Thompson sends one out to right field. Caraway started back, now has to race in, and he makes the running catch to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Carson-Newman 5, Wingate 4. Lower third in the lineup, 2 up. Christopher to start us off when we come back here on the SAC Digital Network.
Tasha, did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more? So what are you waiting for? Hip Hop Group Tag Team to help you plan dessert?
French vanilla, rocky road, chocolate peanut butter cookie dough. Scoop that is, scoop that is, scoop that is, scoop that is, scoop shakalaka, 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 shaka, scoop shakalaka, shakalaka, shakalaka.
Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
Braden Coe is the new pitcher for Carson-Newman, and he comes on in relief of Matt Coles, who was absolutely phenomenal today. Coles matches a career high with 8 strikeouts, goes 8 innings, gives up 1 earned run, but 4 total runs, and he stranded a bunch of players on base in the game in a career-long outing of 8 innings for Coles. However, he gives up a 2-out, 3-run home run to Dula in the 8th. And now it's on Braden Coe, the first career relief appearance for the first-team all-conference pick. And he'll have to deal with Christopher, Simpson, and Guy here in the 9th. Coe started the play-in game for Carson-Newman, and the right-hander threw 110 pitches in a complete game 9-inning shutout. He was the first Carson-Newman pitcher to throw a 9-inning shutout since Vince Apicella in the 2015 finale. So let's see if the senior from Bridgeville, Pennsylvania, coming back on short rest, can wrap this thing up, or if Wingate shocks the Eagles with a late comeback. Coe to the mound. Christopher up. He's 3 for 3 on the day. Shift is on, and the first pitch of the 9th is down and away for ball 1. Eagles thought that was a strike and didn't get the call. 1 ball and no strikes. Coe sights the sign. Here's the pitch. And he gets one across the belt with a slider for strike 1. 1-1. Coe had one of the best years in program history. A 7-0 record and a ERA of 2.26. The 1-1. Hard hit, smash to first. Off one hop, backhanding Jackson, the first baseman. Underhands to Coe. 1 up, 1 down in the 9th. Christopher hit it hard, and for the first time today, didn't find a gap in the shift. And now a pinch hitter will step to the plate. It'll be Grayson Chapman. A left-hand hitter to pinch hit for Simpson. Chapman this season, a 195 hitter, a home run, and 9 RBIs. 1 out, nobody on. 5-4 game in the 9th. The pitch misses off the plate on a fastball. 1-0. Chapman, 8 hits and 41 at-bats. Half of them have been for extra bases, though. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Coe blows a fastball by him. You know Coe is amped up, trying to send the Eagles to championship Monday. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul tip. Strike 2, 1-2. Justin Guy awaits in the on-deck circle. Carson-Newman scored the first 4 runs of the game. Led 4-1 after 3. 5-1 after 4. Dula's 2-run home run in the 8th has made it 5-4. 3-run home run, rather, with 2 outs. Now the 1-2 pitch. Chapman strikes out swinging. 2/3 of the way home in the 9th is Coe, and here comes Justin Guy. Guy is 1 for 3 today. Carson-Newman 5. Wingate 4. Base is empty, bottom of the 9th. 2 outs. And here comes Coe's first pitch to Guy. It's right down the middle for strike 1 called. Coe peering down the barrel for the sign. And here comes the 1-strike pitch to Guy. And he misses up and in. Guy nearly stuck those hands out there, seeing if he could get plunked by it. McCann Mellett is in the on-deck circle. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And it's a high fly ball hit out to center field. Brown is underneath it. He's calling it. He's got it into the brown leather mitt, and Carson-Newman stays unbeaten. And the Eagles are now the team to beat in the South Atlantic Conference Baseball Championships. The Eagles take it 5-4. In a game that takes 2 hours and 32 minutes to complete, Carson-Newman wins it. We'll take a break. Come back to wrap things up with interviews when we come back here on the SAC Digital Network.
Our decision as a conference last Thursday to cancel the spring season was not made lightly.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
Carson-Newman beats Wingate 5-4. And the star of the show for the Eagles, we bring in Matt Coles to our broadcast. And Matt, great work for you today. What was your mindset entering this contest, knowing that this was a really good offense that had beaten you 4 times already this year? How important was it for you to have your offense get out there and score 4 times in the 3rd inning, knowing that you were going against one of the best pitchers in the league? You throw 123 pitches, match a career high with 8 strikeouts. Let's go to your biggest inning, the 6th inning. You have back-to-back singles to start off the frame, then 3 straight strikeouts. Why were you successful with 3 straight punch-outs in that inning? Final question for you. What were the emotions like in that dugout after every inning, seeing just the intensity of this game? Matt, thanks so much. Congrats on the big win.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll bring in Coach Tom Griffin here in just a second. Carson-Newman takes down Wingate 5-4 here in the contest. We now bring in Carson-Newman coach Tom Griffin after Carson-Newman wins this game by a 5-4 tally. Coach, let's start right with the guys on the mound, Matt Coles and Braden Coe. What do you think of those two guys' efforts today, keeping you guys on the winning path?
Well, obviously Coles was the story of the game, and Travis, who hasn't caught a lot this year, but I think, having a veteran pitcher like Coles basically calling his game, but I thought they were in sync, locating fastballs, mixing it up, fastball BP changing speeds on your fastball. An exceptional job against an outstanding hitting team. So that was all about Coles, and then being able to make some plays behind him, the double plays in some key situations is always big. But and then Coe, he told me he had in him, and you get the ball in the best guy's hands at all times, whether it's in football, basketball, baseball, even on hockey. You get that line in there, that's your hot line. He's our hot guy. Love to have him with the ball. He's a competitive, juiced-up guy, and so, why not have him have the ball last game?
Well, it works out well for you. You're going against one of the best pitchers in the conference in Brody McCullough. Scored 4 times, though, in the third inning. What keyed that rally?
Well, Ricketts' hit was huge. I mean, he got that fastball and absolutely unloaded on it. And I just felt like, again, it goes back to having a plan. Coach Roberts talking with the hitters. They had a good plan, able to eliminate some pitches, and, great timely hitting. That's baseball. It's pitching, defense, timely hitting, and we executed. And the mindsets were good. They competed, good energy. It was a good crowd. It's, lucky to be here. We got a lot of alum here, which is always great to see. I'm so fortunate in this program, so fortunate to have some great alumni. They mean a lot to us, and having a good fan base here is always really special. I'll tell you what, in my part of my career where I'm on this other side of it, these moments are bigger than ever. When you're 25, 35, 45, they come and go, but on this end of my career, these things are very emotional, let me tell you.
How do you describe the intensity and the emotions of your team throughout this game?
Well, I think it all started in Mars Hill. Actually, Michael, I'll tell you this. I think it starts when we practice and train. It's the same way. It's not like we try to turn this on come game. We're training with intensity. We're training with passion. We're training with communication. I mean, that's what we do every day. And so the games is just a byproduct. But our birthday parties and celebrations are the training. The games is just basically dessert, but the meat, potatoes, and the appetizers is all about our training. So I think that's just something that we want to keep doing each and every day. So it's part of their mantra, part of their mindset.
Coach, enjoy this one. Congrats on the win.
I will, Mike. Thanks for all you do, brother.
It's Carson-Newman coach Tom Griffin as we wrap things up here from Smoky Stadium in this contest. The final score, it is Carson-Newman 5. And Wingate 400. Dula hits a home run to make things interesting. Brody McCullough was great for 7 innings. Just a big 4-run inning for Carson-Newman. Matt Coles outduels him with a career-high 8 strikeouts. Jordan Griffin, a monster day. And the Eagles moving on to tomorrow. Catawba is awaiting Wingate. That game comes up in just over an hour. We'll have the broadcast for you right here on the SAC Digital Network. Thanks for tuning in. For our entire crew, I'm Michael Watring, signing off as Carson-Newman beats Wingate 5-4.